Okay, we're live via YouTube. My name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the preliminary hearing calendar for this morning. The first hearing on the calendar for today is the State of Georgia versus Devon Allen Matthews, warrant number 2023 WA01558. Mr. Matthews has been charged with giving inmates guns, drugs, alcohol, or other prohibited items. That's the only charge pending against Mr. Matthews today. The state will be represented by ADA Cheryl Freeman, and the defendant, Mr. Matthews, will be represented by attorney Tiffany Pleasant. Mr. Matthews is appearing live via Zoom at the Clayton County Jail. Is the state ready to call their first witness?
Yes, Your Honor. The state calls Investigator Horton. Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the testimony about to provide in the state of Georgia versus Devon Matthews to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Please tell us your name and how you're employed.
My name is Robert Gordon, and I'm an investigator with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office?
A little over a year now.
Sir, were you working with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office on January 11th of 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
On that particular day, were you part of, employees who conducted a shakedown in the Clayton County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's the Clayton County Jail located in Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
What unit was the shakedown conducted?
If I'm not mistaken, it was in House Unit 8.
And in Housing Unit 8, is there a certain section in that housing unit?
It was, I can't remember the section off top.
Okay. So in that housing unit, is that the housing unit where Devon Matthews is assigned?
Yes, ma'am.
During this shakedown,
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't House Unit 8. I'm sorry, it was House Unit 6. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Housing Unit 6, is that where Mr. Matthews is assigned?
Yes, ma'am.
Was anything located from doing that shakedown?
Yes, ma'am. We found a cell phone that belonged to him, and the cell phone was found because of a video we had that was posted on social media of him in his cell with 2 other people with cell phones.
Were you able to, were you able to review that video on Mr. Matthews' social media?
Yes, ma'am. Not on his social media, but I have the video of him with the phone in his hand.
When you say that it was a video on Mr. Matthews' social media, do you recall which platform it was on?
It wasn't on his social media. Somebody else posted it on their social media, but if I'm not mistaken, it was Instagram.
Were you able to retrieve the cell phone that was used?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was that cell phone found?
The cell phone was found, if I'm not mistaken, in the light fixture.
Was this the light fixture in the cell of Mr. Matthews?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to confirm that that was the same cell phone that Mr. Matthews was seen using in the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Matthews make any statements regarding the cell phone?
No, ma'am, he didn't.
Is that cell phone in evidence?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
All of this happened in Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am. And the video, if I'm not mistaken, was attached to the report. If it wasn't, I can definitely get you the video.
Thank you. No further questions.
Okay, Attorney Pleasant, your witness.
Investigator Horton, what is the date of this video?
The date of the video, I'm not sure. The Instagram video doesn't show the actual date.
And what's the date that you are saying that you observed this video?
On the 11th.
And precisely what do you see in the video?
You see him and another inmate sitting on the floor on their phones.
When you're saying him, you're referring to who?
Mr. Matthews, Devin
Okay.
Matthews. Devin Matthews and another inmate on the floor on their phones. And a third inmate came and recorded them on their phones and posted it on the third inmate's social media.
So they're just sitting around the cell on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have at this time.
Okay, Eddie Freeman, do you have any redirect?
No, Your Honor, the state rests.
Okay, Attorney Pleasant, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we're ready for argument. Eddie Freeman.
State waives open.
Okay, Attorney Pleasant.
Your Honor, I would ask that this charge of inmate in possession of contraband be dismissed. There was no testimony that my client did not have permission to be in possession of the cell phone, simply that he possessed it based on a viewing of a video. So based on the fact that there's nothing before this court that said that he was not legally allowed, was not given permission by anyone located at the facility to be in possession of said phone, the state has failed to meet its burden and I ask the charge be dismissed.
Okay, Eddie Freeman.
Thank you, Judge. We're asking that the charge be bound over. I asked Investigator Horton regarding they were doing a shakedown. He indicated that that as part of the shakedown, the item that was located, the item was found in a light fixture, which certainly, even though these exact words were not stated that he did not have permission, the fact that it was found in the light fixture, hidden from anyone else, certainly circumstantially, we believe that the state has met its burden. And so we're asking that one charge be bound over to Superior Court.
Okay. Based on the evidence presented by the party as well as the testimony, I do find sufficient probable cause to bind over the charge to the to Clayton County Superior Court. That will be the order of the court today, and that will conclude the preliminary hearing for Mr. Matthews. Thank you.
And Your Honor, and Investigator Horton, before you leave, Investigator Horton is also on the case with what's his name, Jalen Malcolm. That's with Attorney Brandon Lewis. I sent Attorney Lewis an email. I wasn't sure if he was aware he was represented. I haven't heard anything back from Attorney Lewis. I don't know if Ms. Mary has, but I know Investigator Horton has been up all night, and I didn't want to hold him too long, but I didn't want to excuse him either if the court wanted to still wait for to see if we were going to get Mr. Lewis.
Okay, well, let's see if Ms. Mary has gotten any response from.
I haven't heard back from him either, so
I'm sorry, Ms. Mary.
we haven't heard back from him either.
Okay.